Welcome. Today we're going to talk about Ikigai, which translated in Western terms at least feels more like your life purpose, but it is called, or I guess most directly translate as a sentence to the happiness of being busy. So this is a Japanese term, and it's really about your life purpose. That's what we're going to talk about. What are the 4 areas you can really improve in your life to have a better purpose? Before we do that, a few ways you can support the channel. Number 1, become a member, curtismchale.ca/membership. Number 2, you can take one of my courses, curtismchale.ca/education. Members get courses included. Or if you're on SkillShare, you can take one of my courses there. Links to the SkillShare versions are below. Buckle up. Let's look at the 4 areas you can improve in your life to have a better purpose. Now, this book really talks about centenarians and focuses on Okinawa a little bit, look at other areas, but mostly focuses on Okinawa, which has a very high percentage of centenarians, people living over 100, people even doing very well into their 80s and 90s, very mobile, very alert, very everything. So, and this is kind of trying to determine what are the areas we can improve in our lives or what makes these areas have this high percentage of centenarians. The first big area that the authors highlight in this book that really lends to centenarian, to living a life of purpose, is not spending so much time worrying about what others think you should be doing with your life. You should find your Ikigai, your purpose, and do it relentlessly. Do it no matter what. Continue to focus on it and do the thing that gives you life, that just gives you purpose and makes it so you want to get up in the morning. One of the things they talk about when it looks at Western philosophy or Western states of being is that doing what your boss tells you to all the time versus doing what you want to do really creates an existential crisis where you're really not getting your meaning, you're not getting your purpose in your life. And so you self-medicate through, purchasing things, through looking for power, through other methods that are not good for you overall, eating, something like that. And instead, when you focus just on your thing, the thing that gives you life, the thing that, gets you up in the morning, then you don't have this existential crisis because you are being compatible with who you are and what you should be doing. An interesting stat that goes with this is that they found that people who are the happiest aren't the ones that earn the most money, that have the most power to do anything. They are the ones that spend the most amount of their time in flow, doing the thing that they love to do. The second area that they found made a big difference is connections and how connected you are with your community. One of the interesting things here was how walkable the communities are in Okinawa and how they really walk everywhere. There's not a lot of driving, so they can connect with their neighbors as they walk by. They can say hello, which is, again, very opposed to what we see in Western culture, where our cities, our areas are designed around cars and making cars go and making cars travel fast and making sure that cars can get everywhere they want, even if it's bad for the businesses. So that was actually, I've seen a lot of that in stuff from Strong Towns, and I've talked about some of their books before, so I'll link to those above, the Strong Towns books. So one of the things that I would say if you're looking for more connections is try to find a walkable city. Prize walkability. Look around for the neighborhoods that are walkable. That may mean that you don't have the big yard that, is the American dream, but it is better for your life long term to have connections with the community around you, to really know people, to know your neighbors, and to get connected in the community, and then to volunteer and to help them when they need it, help your friends move. Do all these other things that seemingly at least used to happen more in community, and connect with them by walking. 4th, exercise. Now, this is not running marathons. This is not, I run some ultra marathons, I ride my bike a lot. This is not doing any of those things. This is really just having some sort of movement. So they talk about light calisthenics, they talk about light, martial arts that they do, and how they just keep moving. They garden, they do lots of things, they walk. They do lots of things that are light, that just get their blood pumping regularly as they age, and they continue to have good exercise. And this has been shown to be a contributing factor to their livelihood through their lives of purpose. For you, do karaoke, garden, get a walking group, do something out in your community that gets your heart rate pumping a little bit, and do some exercise. If you want to go farther than that, great, but do something. Don't just sit all day. Now, finally, 4th, one of the things that people do that live a long time is challenge their brains regularly. So they have good neuroplasticity because they continue to challenge themselves. This may be through reading, through learning something new, through, executing their purpose and continuing to learn to do it better all the time. Maybe you're a bike frame builder and you continue to learn better, continue to do more, learn more about geometry, learn more about materials, and improve your craft all the time. Continue to challenge your brain if you want to live long and have a life of purpose. Now, if we were to look at digital minimalism with Cal Newport here, he would talk about this being doing good, high quality leisure. So this is not just watching TV. This is, again, reading a book, doing something with your hands. He actually talks a lot about if you're going to do something digitally all the time, that's your regular day, then make sure you are resting with your hands, doing something out in the real world. Again, doing your gardening, continuing to improve at that. And there are kind of three areas that the book talks about as improving high quality leisure. First, it involves a demanding activity instead of passive consumption. Second, high quality leisure is often something that produces something in the physical world. And third, high quality leisure usually includes interaction with others. So a lot of the stuff we talked about in connections just before really leads to high quality leisure as well. As always, my final question, should you read Ikigai? I think the hardest part for most people in North America that are going to read this is you look at it and you say, our cities, our lives are literally designed to do almost the opposite of this in every way. And that's going to be hard to deal with because it's true. Our lives are really designed, our cities, our work is designed to do the opposite of this. We're designed to do what you're told. It's designed to, be in your car, not make connections. It's designed to sit a lot, not have exercise. And then our leisure, is just designed to, again, not have that, to, watch TV. Of course we do that. So it's hard, but I think this can be a really good book if you're going to apply any of it, right? If you're going to say, I'm going to look for a walkable community, I'm going to challenge my brain regularly, I'm going to get some exercise, go for a walk, start a garden, stuff like this. I think those could all lead to your life. Probably one of the biggest things that I would say if you're going to do it is do connections in your community. That would probably be the big one that I say, because that will affect your community. It's going to affect your neighbors, and you affecting your neighbors, creating more connections in your community is going to help so many more people. That's it. If you like the video, thumbs up below, subscribe, hit the bell. YouTube will let you know something happened, but honestly, go read a book. You just schedule some YouTube time, pick good videos that teach you something. I guess that can be high quality leisure, but don't just get all the notifications. You don't want them. If you want to support the channel, become a member, curtismchale.ca/membership. Take a course, curtismchale.ca/education. Take a course on Skillshare if you want instead. If you're a member already, links to my Skillshare courses are below. Have an excellent day.